Hey you guys, so if you're like me out there and you're a videographer or even a photographer who's looking for something to help you view what you're looking at in bigger, wider, pretty much just to help you, have at ease at mind or just to make it simpler for you to see what you're looking at. Because I know sometimes when you're trying to look through an LCD screen, it's kind of small, hard to look at. So for me, I pretty much said, I'm going to do something about that. And I decided to get me this Koolertron 10-inch LCD monitor. I know some people would say, why 10, why not the typical 7? Well, I said, well, the 10 may be a little too big, but who doesn't mind having a little extra space? And so it has when you get it, it has an HDMI spot to connect that cable. And this is, I believe, the VGA cable spot. And then this is where the power cable goes. So HDMI, VGA, and the power cable. I just bought a battery pack adapter to connect to the back of this, so I don't have to use this cord all the time. And I bought some batteries. I believe I bought some Samsung batteries. To go with that pack, but basically I'll be having that connected to the back of this, so I don't have to use the cable. But back to this. So it's pretty much displaying in HD. You can also connect this to your TV or maybe to a laptop. Pretty much anything with an HDMI cable. I've connected it to my TV, and when I did that, it pretty much, instead of covering the whole screen like it is now with my camera, it covered about 3/4 of the screen, or maybe 4/5. Pretty much like a little border around that much wasn't showing, which isn't that big of a deal, but just thought to let you know. But yeah, so connecting it to my camera, it works perfectly and it covers the entire screen. With the TV, you could probably get it to cover the whole screen. You just gotta figure it out. I'm gonna play with it a little bit, but yeah. So I hope you guys can see it, but it's pretty much displaying me in the perfect size. When I focus, it syncs pretty fast, and everything looks pretty good. And so you can cycle through the modes with the mode button. You've got the menu button. You can change the color. You can scroll up and down to the next one. You got this one, the OSD screen, which lets you change the language, the height, and horizontal and vertical position. You can, oh yes, right here, the volume down and volume up button. I pretty much keep the volume down just because it kind of makes a little echo. And that's why I'll connect to the camera. So going back into the menu, you got the function, which is for the system, and the display ratio. You can change that. You can also reset it if you've messed up and set the color to something crazy and funky. And then the sound. And yeah, so overall, I pretty much like it. When you're connecting it to the camera, it pretty much shows everything that you would see on the camera. So the time, as you can see right there, of how long I've been recording. When you bring up the menu, it shows the menu, like the whatever your menu setting, whatever settings you are in at that point within the menu. So if you were looking at the custom settings and you were pulling up your volume or changing the picture setting to standard or sunny day or whatever other type of settings, you can see that on this monitor without having to look at your LCD. And also, it still shows up on the LCD, so you can look back and forth, just to whatever suits you. That way, just in case you want to double check. But overall, like I said, this is a pretty nice monitor. When connecting it to a tripod, make sure you have a good sturdy tripod because it's kind of heavy, and so if you get like a cheaper, low quality, well not low quality, but a cheaper tripod, some of those aren't sturdy and strong enough to hold this. So I'm not saying it would break the tripod, but you will notice that the tripod head will take like a dip down, and so it'll kind of make the video look crooked. That's why I say make sure you're using a good sturdy tripod. But overall, like I said, this Koolertron 10-inch monitor is pretty great, and I hope you guys check it out. You won't be disappointed.